Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Fight Legends Dev update. This is 17 already. As always, I'm with my co-host, dev on the project, Disley. How are you doing today, man?
Pretty good. A bit cold down here in Melbourne, but I've rugged up as you can see.
Yeah, you're going into that old winter. It's getting nice out
hmm
here in the Seattle area. So yeah,
Yeah, we're coming to the shortest day. You're going to the longest,
yeah,
right?
exactly. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, man. I know you're always busy, and we've had a team got hit with COVID, just like everywhere. I know people in the family have been getting hit with it. I got it a couple weeks ago. So, as always, there's always things coming on, especially as our family. Yeah, we're family now. Grows. But good news is that we have the launcher being released today after much anticipation.
Mhm.
We wanted to make sure it was just perfect for everyone. So tell us just a little bit about, what we're going to see on that launcher and, the most important thing, the demo.
Yeah. So the whole shebang. We've got
Right.
the launcher with a new backend. So this means that all of our early access community will have to recreate their accounts. It's part of the process. The other database wasn't compatible, but luckily we haven't actually been storing any hardcore information. It's so there's nothing that will be lost. It'll just be making a new account. So basically, I think if we're showing it on the screen at the moment, we've got the new app. You'll be connecting your wallet to it. It's the main point of connection to making an account, because then it verifies that, of course, you've got a bloody face NFT. Um, you can also we're going to be setting it up so that you can purchase, obviously, bloody face NFTs as well through the marketplace there on there. Later, that marketplace will be expanded, of course, but that'll be down the road a little bit. Um, you'll be able to download the launcher and set it up and install it. And then that'll download the client. The launcher can self-update itself, so it might look a little bit rough at the moment, but we're going to be doing UI improvements, and it'll keep getting better and better, and it'll just automatically update itself when it opens.
Right.
And then then we've got the MetaCon build, but we can talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
Yeah.
Because that's the most exciting thing. Bloody Faces holders can play the demo right now. And like you mentioned, once we sign up, we're going to be able to experience some new stuff since the last time we were able to play it.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to show a couple videos here of some of the things you all have been working on that they got to play already and over in MetaCon. So tell us a little bit of what we're
Mm.
looking at.
Yeah, so this was the build that we made for MetaCon in Dubai. We basically had our team fly out there. We set up a booth. It was amazing. We had people coming up to play. We had they provided fight sticks for us, which was pretty cool. Got to play the game on fight sticks. We had actually some Street Fighter, or I'm pretty sure that they're esports world world champion level competitive
Right.
esports
Yeah,
players
yeah.
came and were fighting it on it, and they were actually really enjoying it. So got some really good feedback. It was nervous, obviously, as a developer to have your game out there, especially this early level of prototype. But the feedback and everybody, they absolutely loved it. We got some really good video that we'll be able to pop up. I'm pretty sure it's probably popped up on socials already, but if not, we'll throw it up there of people playing and enjoying the game there.
Oh, yeah.
We actually got put up on the main stage as well, where they're doing a mini tournament between those players. Yeah, it was just really cool to see everybody enjoying it. So exciting, super exciting for me as the dev behind it. Um, we've got, I updated the visuals of player two to make it a lot more apparent that it's player two. And it's obviously Evil Ross from our sort of intro trailer. So that's pretty cool. As well as I added a few bits and pieces for MetaCon, just so that'll still be in the build until we update next time, and I'll probably end up removing them.
Right.
Got a couple of new combos that I've put in. Starting to put in some 1-2-3 combos. So a medium punch or crouch, medium punch, things like that, leading into heavy kick. You'll be able to pull off and execute them a lot quicker. We're still adjusting a few things. We adjusted the hit reactions and actually added in one or two new attacks just that we're testing out, like heavy crouch hit. But the couple of things with that is that we're going to be updating. I feel like we're going to be moving away from using root motion right now for the animations, and we don't want to continue doing that. So we're going to be updating that. Originally, it was to help with foot slide, but we kind of want to rework the hit animations. So that'll be really cool to sort of get that in once our some of our devs have recovered from COVID and we're able to continue to
I
work
see
on
one of them
animations.
you got like a little like double punch situation going too, right?
Yeah, so that's that. Yeah, that was our test for like a heavy punch. I'm not a big fan of it personally. We will probably end up updating that, but it was just our sort of like quick attempt at like what could a heavy punch look like. Obviously, there's an uppercut is typically what you go with a crouch heavy sort of thing, but
Right.
we're sort of playing around with what we could do with it. Yeah, so not my personal favorite animation, but we'll probably be reworking it.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to think of like the way the controls work. Would there be a crouch, heavy, punch, and kick, or would it be one button for
Yeah.
the crouch?
No,
Heavy?
we've got crouch heavy. We've got a crouch heavy kick and we've got a crouch heavy punch. Like I said, typically crouch heavy punch is you imagine like an uppercut, and then instead of actually having hit back animation, you have like a hit up, so the character doesn't actually move too much. So it's good to be able to combo and set up other things as well, because the more obviously the stronger the attack and the more kick back you have in the hit reaction, the further the character gets away from the player. So you have to either have the player keep up with that to be able to continue combos. It's all about the timing, so we've got to really like start to like narrow that in to be able to actually make it more fun and enjoyable. So we're trying to play around with that. That's why I wanted it to be variable and set up by the physics engine rather than the animation that's controlling the hit reaction distance.
Yeah, well, everything looks really smooth, especially, and like you said, before early days, we were dealing with a little bit more of because you guys were dealing with like just the base models, and at first you would get sort of mixed up as to who was on what side until you started doing your inputs. So I do like this new look, kind of going towards that Evil Ross thing. So that is awesome, right? Yeah.
If you do catch it, I've actually changed his eyes to be red as well. But it's like
hey, there you go.
I was going to make them glow, but they've got an emission map, so they do slightly glow, but it's kind of subtle and it's difficult to see from this distance.
Now, if I'm hopping on PvP with someone, can we both still be evil, Ross?
Now, no. So right now, the way that it works is that player one like selects, and it'll set him, and it'll always set player two as the second like old skin. I will be putting and adding the option to select skins because I want people to be able to pick, and we'll play around with it a bit.
Absolutely.
But right now, with the prototype, the combat, and inputs and everything that takes priority, of course. So if I get time, I'll add that in. Yeah,
what we need to do is we need to get a pair of freaking karate combat shorts on him. That's what we need to do. I need to reach out.
Yeah,
I don't know why I haven't thought about that particularly.
That's cool.
That'd be a good way to partner up with them
yep.
before they're having an event in our one of our stages. So that's more down the road. But yeah, right now we could somehow make that a possibility. I think a reality.
I could get one of my artists to work on that. Yeah,
that'll be fun. Okay, cool. Well, those are always very much fun to go over all those visuals, anything new that we have working there. I'm taking a look at what else we have, and we have we're still working on we're working on a studio hunt for the next trailer. The next trailer we're looking to do, and I guess we're kind of releasing it along with the IRL event, and we're also looking to have it feature our new whatever our latest character is, the trailers from now on. So tell us a little bit more about what we're looking for in our studio and how close we are to finding someone.
Yep. So I've actually had a couple of meetings recently with a couple of different studios. So we're basically looking at price estimates, but also just the sort of style that they do as well, because you want it to be each artist is different, and the way that they express their art and animate it, it's all different. So we kind of wanted to find somebody who really like vibes with us. Spoke to some really cool dudes recently. We will mention them if we end up moving forward with them. They're going to give me their estimate soon. But yeah, basically we're trying to. It's a very quick turnaround. So finding a studio that has the time as well to do it, that's the other big deal. If we want this, for 2.5 months down the road, it's a pretty quick turnaround for a lot of studios. But yeah, we're supplying them with our assets. We're supplying them with like the idea, the creative vision of what we would like, and then they're the ones who have to obviously do all the hard work and try to bring that to reality for us. But like you said, it'll kind of be character intros. We kind of do a series of character intros to introduce each character we add. So hopefully we'll have Nick's ready by then as well, because that'll be her sort of intro, I believe, and that'll lead into a tournament that we'll be having at the live event. So it'll be probably the first time that people will be able to get to play her competitively as well, which will be really exciting. So we're tentatively looking at about, I think, 2 months ish from now, if not 2.5 months from now. But we'll see how that turns out, because it also depends on our planning for this live event, when they're available, etc., etc.
Now we've talked about stages in the past, so there might be a new stage by then as well, huh?
Yeah, we do have a team implementing. I'm currently working on implementing the stages. They're basically doing all of the sort of exploration with technical art, so setting up shaders. The way that the dojo is at the moment is unoptimized. I've basically just put it in myself and done the technical art myself to put it in. But we're looking at how we can adjust it, what kind of style we want to go with. So they're working on that at the moment. There probably will be 1 to 2 new levels available by then, hopefully, because of the time frame. Maybe even 3, but I won't make any promises. But at that point, we're looking at about a stage implementation each month, I think, roughly, for our timeline currently.
Right, especially once we get all of the team.
Once we also nail down and define it, it becomes easier, because they know what they're doing. They don't have to do the exploratory. So does this work? Does this not work? It can get more. They get faster with their implementation. So hopefully they were roughly estimating a month, and we're trying to try and pull it down to like maybe 2 weeks, but we'll see how it all works.
Gotcha. All right. And then finally, coinciding with finding the animation director and bringing on all these other people, we're looking at an animation studio to help us with a player avatar NFT. Yes. Tell us a little bit more about that, and how close we are to finding someone there, and how that might coincide with an animation director. Would they work with each other, or how is that going to work? Yeah.
Totally, that's exactly it. So basically, the candidate that we're scoping at the moment for our art director, we're really hoping that they could potentially work in sort of a collaboration with the animation studio that we're talking with as well. It'd be really cool if these guys could sync up, because you just have so much like powerhouse of direction there going on. Basically, famous studio that we're in talks with. We're really hoping that they're wanting to move forward to set up our first player avatar NFT collection. This will be sort of it'll be a traditional sort of PFP drop. So it'll be like profile pic. This will probably be the avatar the player will use for their account in game. Right. But also it'll be sort of, like you say, an exploration of what style we could end up going with in the future. Sort of this could define the way that our project goes forward with the collaboration between these art director and this studio. I'm really excited about it. I'm kind of not biting my nails, but like I'm like, oh, this is going to be massive if it goes through. So we're really excited to sort of partnership up with these guys. Nice. Where there's I can't really like say too much but about the studio itself. I just want to like throw it all out there, but once we've locked down that we're actually moving forward with them and we've got the contracts and everything, we'll be more than happy to leak.
Hey, we dropped plenty of hints. Everyone just needs to watch the last episode 16. Plenty of hints there for everyone to do some digging on. And once everyone, if everyone syncs and the synergy is good with everyone, I think that's going to be a huge step up for us as far as once that sort of thing happens, we're going to really be cooking out and presenting some stuff to people to really give them a sense of how serious we are. One, and more of what the final the final
visuals of it. The final style of the project will be, because it will end up like doing a full brand like re-visualizing as well with it. So it'll all make it cohesive. It'll all bring it into this sort of level of quality that we want. So it'll be super exciting.
Yeah, and at that point, the show also will probably change too, a little bit. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get a new overlay and everything. It'll be exciting. All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for hanging out. We had some people watching, coming up, happen back and forth. No chatters today, but that's all right. A little bit of a slow day actually on the Twitter, and I noticed. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe people getting out of here early for the weekend. Maybe everyone had a long weeks. Maybe that's what it was, Dalen. So okay, man. Well, thank you so much. As always, we're here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're always setting a YouTube reminder so everyone can make sure that they're... Wow, what happened there? The light paper just popped up. That was crazy. And if everyone saw that and said... Okay. Anyways, check out YouTube, scheduled every week, so you can go ahead and set a reminder there, and always be reminded when the next one comes on, so you can chat with us and see what the new visuals are, and even get a chance to win a Bloody Faces NFT. So everyone, see you next week. Disley, thank you so much for coming, and
Thanks
we'll
for
see you
having me
next
again.
time. Yeah, absolutely, man. Bye, everyone.